Today we can see how we can create a inverting amplifier with the help of this LTSPICE tool. So first of all, we just open our LTSPICE tool here. So we have downloaded the latest version of the LTSPICE. So for creating an inverting amplifier circuit, we first have to see how we can create this using the LTSPICE. So first of all, we have to go to File, then we will select New Schematic. So as you can see here, we have opened the schematic here, and now we are going to create our circuit. So as you can see there, we have a tab where we can use different components to create the circuit over here. So for creating a non-inverting amplifier, inverting amplifier, we will be needing some components. So first of all, we will be using the op-amp. So for that, we will go to this component tab. So as you can see here, this is the component tab, and we can write here op-amp op2. So op07. So this is the op-amp that we can use here, because in the lab we will be using this LM741 IC. So equivalent of that is this op07. You can also use this op2 amplifier here, op-amp2 amplifier here, but for that we have to include the library file of LM741 that we can see later. So here now I am using this op07. So I have just placed it. After placing this, as you can see, we have until and unless we just press the button, after that we have also this kind of thing. So for that we'll be using this escape, so that we can again come to the mode where we can use another component. So then I need resistors, so I'll be clicking this resistors. So to rotate those resistors, we can use Ctrl plus R. So I will be needing two resistors. So one resistor will be placed here and another is here. Okay. Then next I will be needing power supplies. So I'll have to select this voltage source over here, V. So click here, and then one power supply I will be needing here and two here. Okay. And after that, what we need a ground for grounding these terminals of the components here. So one ground I will be needing over here, another is here, and another is the non-inverting terminal. So as you can see, all the components that are required for creating the inverting amplifier are there in the schematic. So now what I do, I just click on this wire and just connect those terminals together. So when you connect those terminals, you just have to do is you have to click on the edge of any particular component and just connect those edges to the next edges. So I'm just connecting it like that, and as you can see, I'm connecting those two voltage sources over here and creating a common ground between these two voltage sources. Okay. Then for the feedback resistor, I'll be connecting the resistance R2 to the feedback of this amplifier, and the non-inverting terminal is connected to the ground, and here the supply is connected to the ground. So as you can see here, now we have connected the wires, and similarly we can connect this biasing voltages of plus and minus 15 volts or 12 volts over here. So I'm just connecting the negative terminal over here and positive terminal here. So and okay, I have not connected this R2 over here. So by this way we have just created a schematic of the inverting amplifier. So now we have to put in the values of the particular component. So first of all, we need a AC source at the input. So I just have to right click to edit this V1. So as you can see, the plus symbol has been connected to this arrow symbol. So I'm just right clicking over here. So now after that we can go to this advanced. Then for creating a AC, so AC input, we will be clicking here on the sign. So here we can set this DC offset to 0, and I'm taking the amplitude over here is 5 volts and frequency is 50 hertz. By default, if you can type is 50, so it will be in hertz by default. Okay. just click OK. So as you can see, the parameters are mentioned like this: fine, the bracket 0 is the DC offset, and 5 is the voltage peak to peak, and 50 is the frequency that we have taken. So now those two DC supplies. So just I have to just right click here and give the DC value. I am giving 15 volt over this V2 and another 15 to this. So as you can see, I'm just writing 15 over here because the negative terminal of this is connected to the negative terminal. So now we can also label the particular node of the circuit. For example, I am labeling this V2 to VCC, okay, and this V3 to VEE. So this thing we can label here. So for that, now we have to take the output from here and input from here. So I am just trying to create another node to see the input and output, to label the input and output. So for that, I just have to right click on this particular area and just label net. We'll be using this label net over here, and just I am writing this V out. So this terminal will be V out. So I'm just clicking over here to label it as output terminal, and just press escape, and then again I have to right click here and just label this as the input. So now we have completed our circuit in this schematic of this inverting amplifier. So let's see if it is working or not. So for that, as you can see here, we have a lot of options. So for simulating it, we just have to click on this Alt plus R, or we can just run it here. So when I click here, I have to give what kind of analysis that we are going to see here for our circuit. First of all, we are going to see the transient response of our circuit, that is with respect to time. So here I am writing the stop time is 100 milliseconds, and other thing I am keeping as it is. So just I have to press just OK. So now I am getting this error. So let me just rectify it. Okay. We are getting error over here because we have not given the value of this resistance R1 and R2. So for that, I have to just go over here and right click here and give the value of this resistance. So I am giving it 1K here, and this resistance I am giving 3K. Okay. So you can give any values so that you can get the output accordingly. So in this case, we will be getting, as we know that the output gain of this amplifier can be given as this R2 by R1 minus of R2 by R1. So we will be getting a gain of 3. Okay. So let's see if you can get it. So as you can see, we have labeled all the components over here. So let's see. So for simulating it, I have to click on this. Yes. So now after clicking on this run terminal, we are seeing we have a window, a terminal where we can see the output. So for that, now I have to see the output. For that, I have to go to the V input terminal that I have labeled. So as you can see, we have this probe. So this right thing, this red color thing is the probe here. So I just have to click to here, and we can see we have given this 5 volt peak to peak here. So we are getting the input voltage over here, and for the output, I just have to click here, and we can see we are getting this blue line as output here. So as you can see, our voltage has been clipped over here. So I just have to reduce the peak value of this voltage. So for that, I just have to I'm just converting it into 2 volt peak to peak, and then again running it. Yes. So as you can see, we have this green thing shows our input. This is our input, and this is the blue line shows the output of the inverting amplifier. So as you can see, our output has been inverted, and we have getting a gain of 3. So we have given 2 volt peak to peak, and we are getting this around 6 volt peak to peak over here. So by this way, we can see that we have created an inverting amplifier, and you can zoom in and zoom out using the scroll button of your mouse, and you just if you have to drag the circuit over here and there, so you just have to click on the blank side of the circuit, and you can just drag the circuit, and if you want to see the output over any terminal, you just have to go to that terminal, and you can see the probe over here. So for that, just click on the probe and you can see the output. So by this way, we have created a circuit that is non-inverting amplifier, and we have seen the output. The output wave has been shown here. So we have taken the peak to peak value of this as 2 volt, and we are getting this as 6 volt because we have a gain of 3 volt. So this is it. So next we will be seeing that how we can see the gain frequency curve of this particular inverting amplifier. Okay.